It's the NBA Live with you, joined by Doris Bird, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Jackson. Then it's Alperen Sengun. And it's Nembhard in at the 2 guard. And for Minnesota, Aaron Nesmith is out there with George. Then there's Edey. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Maxey in at the shooting guard position. Entering the home stretch of the season, GA, how excited are you for the play-in tournament?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Kevin. You can go from a 10th seed to making the playoffs. It makes this part of the year that much more entertaining.
Now, here's Sengun. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Let the big fella eat. Sengun just doing his thing down low.
And here's Brunson. Takes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Jackson. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Russell against Brunson. Lock at 6 to the paint. Here's Jackson. Off target at the rim. And here's Brunson in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And Maxey's guys encourage him to attack whenever he can because his first step is so explosive.
And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. It's somebody defenses must now account for from range. You love the work put in.
Now, here is George. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. He gets it in there.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
There's the pick.
Switch.
Mathurin passes to Jackson. Back to Mathurin. Russell against Brunson. Here's Nembhard. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Timberwolves have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Edey. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And a wide open look for Mathurin. Hits the 3-point bomb.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. He told me that Sengun won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He added his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Mathurin. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Mathurin's got 5.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
The shot by George, no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
They get it again, and the second chance effort by Jackson.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Russell against Brunson. Will it go? Outside for George. 5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. It's Nembhard on the wing. He's covered by Maxey.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wheels that one in off the contact.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
And here's Brunson after Jaren Jackson made that last three-pointer. Pass to Edey. Back to Brunson. Shoots from the corner. Rebounded by Jackson.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Mathurin against George. Russell left side. To the inside. And Sengun gets it to go on the assist by Russell. Sengun's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Maxey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And earning that whistle in the process.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Edey. Williams comes in for Nesmith. Balls checked in for George. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Sengun. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. It's Joe on the wing, guarded by Walker. Williams passes to Joe. 1:16 left to play here in the first. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. The Timberwolves again can't hit. So for Dallas, their last game a loss to the Raptors. Now here's Walker. Defense right on him. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now here's Maxey. Defended by Man.
And don't sleep on Maxey's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
Sengun with a screen on Maxey. Man finds Sengun. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Sengun, GA, is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Now, here's Ball. No scoring in this one.
You've got to let it fly on the catch, Isaiah Joe. Yes, sir.
Here's Man. He's covered by Ball. At the teardrop. Jackson kicks to Wells. Off target from outside. Pass to Nurkic. Takes it inside. And the rejection by Jackson. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Mavericks ahead, leading by 5. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. I've got news today coming out of Minnesota for the Timberwolves. They're plugging in Paul George to this franchise, and with that, an enormous degree of versatility. With the ability to exploit advantages at 3 positions on the floor, this team just became a lot more dangerous. And George is an enforcer who also has increased his three-point shooting in the latter half of his career. He's going to be a good option when this team needs a bucket, and he can really help you win.
Thank you for the insight, Shams. Much appreciated. On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Smith. Jaren Jackson is out there with Wells. Then it's Trey Mann. And it's Milton in at the point. Minnesota's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Walker's checked in for Dallas. That's good from Jackson. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver. Jackson Jr.'s shot blocking abilities, part of why he was a top 5 pick back in 18.
Brooks against Smith. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded closely. Smith with the defensive effort. Mavericks leading by 3. Walker in the corner. Back to man. Tries from 10. Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now here's Brunson. Can't get it to fall.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Edie's checked in for Brooks, and then for Dallas. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Jabari Walker. And it's Russell in for Wells. Man passes to Jackson. Back to Man. On the wing, Jackson. Neesmith covering, and he gets the bucket. Jackson's got 10 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Maxey's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Drives to the hoop. Neesmith, the pass to Maxey. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Edie. Pass to Neesmith. Shot clock at 5. Another miss by Minnesota. Dallas leading by 5. Outside Jackson. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer, and boy, this guy can light you up.
That one falls for Brunson. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
Now, here is Russell, hoping to put that miserable performance against Toronto behind him tonight. Fires the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
They set the screen. Here's Maxey. And it's good for 2. Maxey's got 10 points in the game.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Outside Mathurin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And battling against the interior of that defense. Nice to see that Mathurin has that toughness.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Minnesota making a switch here. Williams is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Grant Williams is checked in for Jaren Jackson.
Boy, when you think about Benedict Mathurin, this guy is a talented, aggressive scorer. His ceiling very high. He's going to have to be a little more efficient.
Brunson for 3. Likes the look and drains it.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's Dallas with it. Here's Mathurin. Puts it in off the nasty crossover. He's got 8.
Oh, my goodness. How about the handle of Benedict Mathurin? That is pretty.
Brunson off the dribble. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Russell dishes to Williams. It's Nembhard on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. George against Mathurin. Clock at 4. Beyond the arc. Here's Sengun. Lays it up and banks it in. Sengun's got 9 points.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Left side, Maxey. George against Mathurin. And George, here we go. Here's he. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Alperen Sengun. Minnesota shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Free throw good. Edey. 1:15 left to play here in the half. Russell kicks to Sengun. Outside Williams. Pass to Sengun. Back to Williams. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. The offensive rebound. Here's George. Oh! And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, boy.
And they're bringing you up close and personal. AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Fires the three. A new 14 for the Mavericks. The three. It's Nembhard on the wing. Pass to Mathurin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They shoot again. Here's Sengun. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Not giving up on the play. Sengun locked in.
Brunson, left side. Over Russell. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Greetings all. Halftime is upon us and an entertaining game with the Dallas Mavericks battling away.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
We've talked.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Alperen Sengun has been sensational.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards. Really
putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Maxey out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Neesmith. And it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And here we go, the fast break. Brunson's got it. George finds Maxey. That 3 off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
The Mavericks leading. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Mathurin. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
Boy, the defense makes Benedict Mathurin work for it, but boy, what a finish.
Maxey passes to Brunson. Pass to George. Back to Brunson. Over Russell. Just 2 to shoot. Takes a shot at the elbow. Maxey, no good.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Now, here's Sengun. 11 points in the game. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guy. group substitution now for Minnesota. Brooks checked in for Edie. Isaiah Joe comes in for George. Miller's checked in for Maxey. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Ball. Hasn't made one yet. Driving in. Sengun with the rebound. Sengun's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. It's Nembhard on the wing. Russell from long range. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Russell's got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And ball size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
The Timberwolves shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
No good on the second free throw. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run. Right side, Mathurin. Brooks grabs the board.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Dallas leading by 7. Pass to Jackson. Mathurin with the ball. Covered by Joe. Sengun with the ball. And the layup is good. Sengun's got 4 this quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Russell finds Nembhard. Here's Sengun. Here is Russell. He's covered by Ball. Nembhard with it. He's against Miller. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Here's Nesmith. And the layup's good off the glass. Nesmith has got his first points of the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Brooks. Williams comes in for Aaron Nesmith. Paul George is checked in for Miller. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Lonzo Ball. And Dallas also making a switch. Mann's checked in. Mann with it. Covered by Joe. Outside Jackson. Mathurin against George. Outside Mathurin. 2 points. That one goes. Mathurin's got 12 points in the game.
One thing you have to love is Benedict Mathurin's confidence. I don't care where he is on the floor. This guy will rise and fire.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Tyrese Maxey. David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer of the Timberwolves gave us some information, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious. And, of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time, as they're getting ready for the end of the season. Evan?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Here's Mathurin. 12 points for him. Mann with it. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. And they're moving it up. There's Williams. And the slam by Williams.
to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Russell looking around. Dallas again missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. Floats one up. Nice. Brunson working inside.
Oh, that's a silky jump shot. Playing right over the top of the defense. Mr. Brunson, how good are you?
Outside Mathurin. Pass to man. For the 3. The shot comes out. For Minnesota, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. And that one's good. George.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
But, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level, and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
And it's out of bounds. Let's see, they say last touch by Mathurin. Some changes for Minnesota. Bates is checked in, and it's Brown in for Isaiah Joe. Then for the Mavericks, Williams, he's checked in for Jackson. Wells comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's Lonnie Walker in for D'Angelo Russell.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Pass to man. Now Walker. From the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Williams kicks to Maxey. Back to Williams. Kicks it out to Maxey. Another miss by Minnesota. Inside. And Williams with the stuff.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. It's Dallas. They're up by 4. And coming up as soon as we... And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
Understand something. Keep talking on the defensive end.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Trey Mann. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Shannon in at the 2. And it's Clark. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Shot clock at 6. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Pass to Brunson. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Shannon. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Shannon's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Dallas.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second-chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Mavericks leading by 9. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And yes, it's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. You've see indoors Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded, and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man, or if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
Dallas making a switch here. Russell's checked in, knocks down the 3-ball.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Paul George. And here are the Mavericks now. Russell with it. Brunson picks him up. Dallas moving the ball around. Wells in the corner. Another 3 for Dallas.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Maxey attacking, and he makes that one.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Russell against Brunson. The 11-footer. Here's Smith. Pass to Wells from past the arc. It's rebounded by Nesmith. Nesmith has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Edey. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Edey's got it back down to within single digits for the Timberwolves. Brunson against Russell. Minnesota with the rebound. Edey's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Down low. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Lonzo Ball is checked in for Jalen Brunson. Then for the Mavericks, Sengun's checked in for Smith. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Wells. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Trey Mann. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. There's Ball with the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Jackson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Nembhard. And stolen by Maxey. And here's the fast break. Paul leading the way.
And he'll go right through your chest. Ball won't shy away from the contact.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Timberwolves timeout call. Down on the court.
Jalen Brunson is checked in for Minnesota.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second. Dallas leading by 9. Now Russell. Over in the corner, Mathurin. And the 3 off target. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And the rejection by Jackson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. That sends Jalen Brunson to the free throw line. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
At the line for Minnesota, Jalen Brunson. One side.
That one falls for Brunson.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
Russell passes to Jackson. Kicked away. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Here is Russell. Pass to Nembhard. On the wing, Jackson. Neesmith covering. Out to Russell. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Neesmith. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 14-6 run. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Pass to Sengun. Outside Mathurin. And he's good on the 3-ball. Mathurin's got 6 points in the quarter.
And wow, Mathurin, the youngster, making his presence known.
Right side, Ball. Back to George. It's stolen by Mathurin. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the 3-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Minnesota making a switch. Maxey's checked in. Brunson surveying the D. Pass to Neesmith. And George kicks to Brunson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And Sengun gets it to go on the assist by Russell. 17 points for Sengun. George against Mathurin. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
A terrific defender, and Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well.
2 on the clock. Here's George. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. 40 seconds left in the fourth. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Nembhard, the pass to Mathurin. Russell with a wide open look. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Now the Mavericks with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Pass to Nembhard. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game,
Ya llegó el fin de semana, prendas de marca italiana. Voy a pistear con la plebada y nunca me llega sana. A veces, pero siempre. De Marruecos es el y ella es sudamericana. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a venir toda a sacarnos estamos lo de. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a romper la disco, la. Va a romper la disco, la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a romper la discoteca, teca, 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 teca. Va a romper la disco, la. Va a romper la disco, la. Va a romper la disco, DJ Snake. Va a romper la discoteca, teca.
Let's meet the visiting team.
Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Aaron Nesmith. Jalen Brunson is out there with Maxey. Then it's Edey, and it's George in at small forward.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
Henderson scanning the floor. Charity stripe shot. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
And here's Brunson from the arc. That's tipped. And here are the Suns. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. I discussed with coach how difficult it is to guard Jalen Brunson. He initially joked. He said, you'll have to ask my guys that. Jalen is a really gritty, confident player. We can't let him get into a rhythm early or we're going to be in trouble. We'll have to keep our eye on how well this defense does against Brunson. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that is an easy make.
Here's James. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake. He is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. He's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few. And when you think of LeBron, his competitive spirit is, to me, the first thing that comes to mind. All this guy wants to do is win all the time.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
White can't hit.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
White with the steal. And the Suns pushing it up now. Here's Barnes. Blocked! And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, White finds Barnes. From down in the low post, it goes.
Inside is where Barnes is most effective, taking point-blank shots.
Maxey passes to Nesmith. Back to Maxey. Unloads. Another miss by Minnesota.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
Now understand this, when LeBron James entered into the league in 2003, that's when lots of players were actually taking mid-range jumpers.
Now here's Maxey, taking command on offense when they need him, putting up 21 a game. Brunson against Henderson. Clock at 6. And that one's good for Brunson. Brunson's got 5 points.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
It's stolen by Maxey. And Brunson, here we go. And the layup is good off the glass.
I like everything he's doing so far offensively, finding his spots, making strong selections.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. checked in for Maxey. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Carter. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
It's George on the drive. Brunson surveys. Five to shoot. Tries a 10-footer. Nesmith on the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And that'll tie this game up.
Just such good vision from Brunson. He's able to spot a guy ready to attack.
James passes to Henderson. Carter, a screen on Brunson to the paint. And it's slammed in by Carter.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Pass to Brunson. The three. The rebound by Carter. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Suns. And James launches it from deep. Tries again. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it. Exum's checked in for LeBron. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. When you take a look at how the standings are shaping up, RJ, how badly do teams in the playoff mix want that home court advantage?
You want home court for as many rounds as possible. It's not a necessity, but it's definitely a plus. We'll see if the top teams are able to maintain their hold on it moving forward.
The Timberwolves have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Outside Nesmith. There's the three. It's stolen by Henderson. Yep, that one goes. Henderson's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, so much energy when Henderson is on the floor.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Brunson against Henderson. Left side Joe. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Here's Exum. Paul George pulls down the board. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Brunson. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. 1:19 left in the opening quarter. The three from Barnes. And it's Brunson with the rebound. The Timberwolves have got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. And he gets it to go. Brunson's got 9 points.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Henderson, the pass to Barnes. Counted from distance.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Brunson against Henderson. 40 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Edey. To the inside. George. Oh, and the dunk by George!
George's athleticism has always been a strength. Not many guys can pull off that dunk.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Carter. He's averaging about 6 points per game. White, the pass to Carter. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Suns lead by 3.
Putting in work. Carter Jr. is a lunch pail guy who just goes about his business.
Pass to Edey. Right wing. 4 seconds left. Unable to get that one. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Suns ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll bring you the starter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got Miller. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Williams, and it's Brooks in at the center position. Maxey on the wing. He's scoreless. And Brooks with a basket on the assist by Maxey.
You can tell Maxey enjoys moving the ball. He likes setting up other guys.
The Suns leading. And what a breakout fourth year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
Pass to Brooks. Ball outside. Phoenix grabs the miss. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. And that's the third game out of 4 at home for them. Timberwolves trail by 3. And here is Maxey. Pass to Ball. The 3 is up. Robinson Earl with a rebound. The Suns shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Double team on James. Three-pointer. On target from range. And now it's a 6-point Phoenix lead.
And that's the thing. That's why he's going to be top 5 all time in assists. LeBron James just drops dimes.
For 3, Maxey. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Maxey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Shed, pounded by Ball. Pass to Ware. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Ball outside. Uses the glass on the layup.
Crafty move to shake off the defender. Ball knew just what he was doing there.
The Suns lead by 3. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. They get it back. James can't get it to go.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Williams. Here's Maxey. Here's Miller. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. LeBron, a smooth operator inside.
Just a master of the mid-range. Look, LeBron James, he knows how to get to his spots and knock down the shots.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Outside Joe. From outside the arc. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
Exum's checked in for Phoenix. Phoenix has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. George passes to Joe. Five on the clock. And here's Brunson from the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Henderson outside. James, a screen on Brunson. Inside. And there's James on the assist by Henderson. Henderson's got his 4th assist with that last one. Timberwolves trail by 4. Joe up top. He's guarded by Exum. Brunson against Henderson. Now here's Brunson, guarded closely. Joe, the pass to George. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 4 rebounds in the game. James against George. Double team on James. Outside Carter. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. And now a 7-point Phoenix lead. Here's Brunson. Oh, nice D from Carter.
Now look, this won't go down as a block, but the D made him change his shot, and that was enough.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Minnesota. Brown comes in for Joe. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
Taking 2 shots.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this.
The previous play is under review.
For a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Making a switch here. White's checked in. Edey's checked in for Minnesota. Maxey comes in for Brown.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
Now for an update on Kobe White's injury. Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Suns about his status. It's a bruised shoulder, and while uncomfortable, they'll be glad it's not a more serious injury. And just like that, he's right back out there. That's some toughness. I'm sure you guys can appreciate that.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart. He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Henderson outside. A minute 9 left in the second period. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Timberwolves trail by 6. Maxey surveys. To the left wing. And here's Brunson from the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And stolen by Brunson. 19-footer. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Exum. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like when George uses the shot fake to his advantage because he's good at fooling the defenders.
Minnesota is shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
George hits them both. 32 seconds left in the second. Phoenix leading by 4. Henderson outside. Back to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Now here's Brunson. 9 points in the game. Pass to Neesmith. Launches it. Can't hit that one. But if it goes, no luck on that one. And so we wrap up the first half. Phoenix out in front. They lead by 6. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks. I'm here with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, how would you characterize the intensity level in that first half?
Yeah, no, it's pretty intense. You know, both teams are getting after it defensively. Nothing's going to be easy, so it's the way it's supposed to be.
Hopefully it continues in the second half. Thanks.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
We direct your attention to center court and get ready for the man at courtside. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participant.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And you know, for that matchup against the Lakers, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Suns.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And Maxey's got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 6-point game. Scoot Henderson out there with Kobe White. Then there's Scotty Barnes. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Carter in at the 5, down low. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
That sudden move off the pick, Maxey, is tough to stay with defensively.
And the jam by George.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
And here are the Suns now. Henderson with it. No good.
How about the little guy throwing himself on the glass?
For the tie, and Brunson, here we go. That ties the game. Brunson's got 11 points.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game. Brunson against Henderson. Pass to James. And the Suns get it back.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Brunson with it. Henderson picks him up. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better. And that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
Minnesota is shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. Both free throws good from Brunson. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. James inside. George defending. The offensive rebound. Carter, good. 9 points in the game.
Well, they get 1 to drop. A little relief after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Maxey against White. Outside Brunson. 4-3. That one's down for Brunson.
And, man, you got to appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high percentage shots.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. He's checked in for Minnesota. Williams comes in for Neesmith.
Timberwolves substitution, Brooks, Patrick Williams.
White for 3. Fires in the triple.
Pick works well there. But the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And it's Maxey missing.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Barnes finds Carter. James outside. Outside Barnes. To the middle. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Minnesota has gone 5 of 12 from 3-point range tonight. Brunson driving. The kick out to Maxey. For 3. Rebounded by LeBron.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
Carter, a screen on Brunson. Over Brunson. And another basket for Phoenix.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
It's stolen by James. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Scoot Henderson.
He'll challenge any defender. Brunson going right after it inside.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That free throw good from Brunson. Nurkic just checked in for Minnesota. Both free throws good from Brunson. Here's James. 17 points in the game. Outside White. James up top. George defending. Here's Ware. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got his 3rd assist of the night. Henderson against Brunson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Scoot Henderson.
And you have to avoid getting too physical with Brunson because he'll get these calls.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here are the Suns. They're on a 14-6 run. Has to Ware to the left side wing. Outside White. From deep. Rebounded by Nurkic. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Brunson. Oh, a hard-nosed drive from Brunson.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Here's Ware. Here's White. Can't connect from 14. Left side Brunson. Pass to Maxey. And there's the foul. It's on Kobe White. That's his first foul. Some changes for Phoenix. Robinson Earls checked in for Carter. And Exum subbed in for LeBron. Maxey against White. Here's Williams. Nurkic passes to George. 6 to shoot. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Henderson finds White. A minute 42 left in the third quarter of the game. Counted.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Williams a screen on White. Maxey against White. Now here's George. Tight defense on him. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one. Exum with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Down low. Here's Ware. George defending. And it's Ware missing. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside, Williams. Pass to Brunson. High arcing shot.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the line tonight.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Jalen Brunson taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Brunson.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
And Minnesota with some changes. Nesmith, he's checked in for Williams. Lonzo Ball comes in for George. And it's Brown in for Tyrese Maxey. White looking it over. Pass to Ware. Here's Robinson Earl. Knocks down the long J.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Outside, Brown. There's a screen by Nurkic. Nesmith with it. 15 seconds left in the third. Now Brunson, just 5 to shoot. Kick out to Brown. Here's Nesmith. No good on the buzzer beater. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Phoenix out in front. They lead by. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. We've got ball. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Edey. Then it's Miller, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
Phoenix leading by 6. Inside. Now here's Exum, guarded by Miller. Has to Ware, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Ball passes to Miller. Back to Ball. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Ferocious move there by Ball, finding his finish while also taking the foul.
And Minnesota with some changes. George, he's checked in for Brown, and it's Maxey in for Miller. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Shed, pounded by Ball. Shed, that's good.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Ball. Outside Maxey. It's tipped. Here's Shed. And he makes it on the layup. And the Suns lead by 9.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Maxey. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Shed. 3-pointer. That shot missing. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Exum. Count it.
Sturdy play from George in the paint. Getting by the contact and to his finish.
Phoenix leading by 7. Here's Robinson Earl. And James launches it from deep. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke. And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Henderson, he's checked in for the Suns.
3rd team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Suns.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Exum, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
High IQ pass by LeBron. He reads the floor and gets it to the open shooter.
Henderson against Maxey. Here's the pick. George outside. Outside Nesmith. It's tipped. James with the ball. Picked up by Nesmith. Over George. The shot by James, no good.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Nesmith passes to Ball. Here's Edey, defended by Henderson. Here's Edey. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second free throw. fourth team foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Edey, 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So both teams making some changes here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Outside Barnes. Going inside. Shots blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Nurkic just checked in.
Substitution. Number 1, Yusuf Nurkic.
Here's James. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Changes for Minnesota. Williams comes in for Nurkic. And Joe subbed in for Paul George. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Aaron Neesmith taking 3 shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. He hits the second from the line. The last one's off. They'll settle for 2.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
LeBron on the break.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Brunson against Henderson. Outside Brunson. Another miss by Minnesota. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Suns. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. And now the T-Wolves on the break. White against Maxey. Pass to Joe. Shoots over Barnes. Another miss by Minnesota. The Suns lead by 9. Now here's Henderson. Lets it go from deep. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, he's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Maxey against White. Outside Neesmith. To the wing, right side. Brunson with the finish inside.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Now Henderson. Neesmith brings a double. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Maxey. And here's the fast break. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession. Edey's checked in for the Timberwolves. George comes in for Joe. Henderson against Brunson. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Barnes has got his 6th rebound on the night. James passes to Barnes. Back to James. Pass to Barnes. James with the ball. Shot clock at 6. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Here's Brunson on the take. Stolen by Carter. Henderson with it, and it's Brunson picking him up.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Suns.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they've made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that any time momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for LeBron James.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Robinson Earl, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
To the right side. Here's Edey. 6 on the shot clock. Left side, Nesmith. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence.